Well, good morning. It is a cold and snowy morning, as you can see, which is perfect because this morning we are taking the rollback up to Redmond to go get it measured out for some on-spot tire chains, which are the automatic tire chains. I'm going to get them on both axles of this truck, but first they have to measure everything out, make sure, one, to get the right kit, two, that when they swing up in and out of there, they're going to clear everything that's going on underneath this truck. So it's been warming up for a bit. We're going to load up and get headed up there. That was good to see they got the roads nice and clear. They don't do much plowing out here. It's kind of just what it is, and you figure out how to drive on it. Which is one of the reasons we're putting automatic tire chains on this truck, is so that I can just flip the switch and don't have to worry about it. Well, we made it into Redmond, and it is still just as slippery as it has been the whole trip. So it took a little bit longer to get here than I was expecting, but we're almost there. Alright, we made it. This is Utility Trailers in Redmond. We'll go up here, get parked, and see what they want us to do. Okay, we just got done here at Utility. They got it all measured out so they can get the right kit. I felt bad because all this snow was just raining down on them the whole time they were under there measuring and made a big mess in their shop, but they didn't complain and got it done anyway, so it's very much appreciated. Now I'm going to head back towards town and see what else we end up doing today. Okay, made it back home. You can see it's still pretty slippery out, but made it no trouble. Now, if you're wondering why auto chains, the answer is quite simple. It's because I'm lazy, and to a degree, we all are. I mean, who would choose to stop on the side of the road in the snow, get down on the ground, and wrap regular chains around tires when you could just flip a switch while you're driving and go right on by and continue on? Then you get to the other side, flip a switch again while you're driving, and away they go. I mean, there's nobody who would not rather do that. Unless your argument is, but Casey, I need more traction than just single chains, because the auto chains only go under the inside tire, which meets all your chain control requirements. You only have to have one of the set of duals chained up, and a lot of people just chain up the outside. Auto chains going to the inside, same thing. But if you're saying, I need more traction than just one tire chained, I need all 8 chained. Well, you can still do that with auto chains. Now for me, for example, if I'm towing stuff back and forth or hauling back and forth over the pass, and oh, the sun is coming out, it's getting so bright. If I'm just going back and forth over the pass one side to the other, single chains are going to be just fine, which is the autos under there. I never even have to pull over and stop. I just slow down to 25 miles an hour, flip the switch, and over the hill you go up to 35 miles an hour. Get to the other side, flip the switch again, and away they go. Don't even ever have to stop. But if I get called to the pass to drag trucks up the hill and over the mountain that have spun out in the snow because they didn't put chains on or something like that, or where I need 3-rail chain type of traction, which means all 8 tires chained up, I can simply take my fancy diamond chains over there that I use now that only go on the outside tire and put them on the outside tire, and the auto chains can go into the inside tire. So then in most situations it's flip a switch and done. If I need 3-rail traction, chain up the outside, quick and easy, flip the switch for the inside ones, and off I go. So yes, you still can have all 8 chained up, and if you want to get super crazy or some super nasty crazy storm, I have a set of 3-rail chains. I can just put those on and not use the auto chain. So I have options, which is good because I like options. But 99% of the time, I'm going to choose to flip a switch. Okay, so now we're getting the little wrecker ready to go, and we're headed right back to Redmond to go tow a Crown Vic, it sounds like. Alright, so it sounds like this lady recently moved to the area, and her car broke down a couple miles away from where she's living. She can't quite afford to get it towed home, so we're going to go up there in the wrecker, get it hooked up, towed back over to her for her, do our good deed for the day before it gets towed, like in an impound situation, and then she loses her car. So we're going to head up, get that done, then we got to run back into Bend and do some errands in town. Well, this road definitely looks different than it did when we drove on it this morning. Hopefully the hill up here looks like this now too, because that was sketchy. Oh yeah, much better. This goes downhill and curves. You can see there's no guardrail, and it doesn't look like it in the camera, but it's dead flat. It's not sloped to the inside, so A lot of people go off right there, but looks good now. Okay, it should be right here at this intersection. And there it is. Ooh, smashed. What the hell? Better take a look at this. That's more than just broke down. Yikes. Okay, super windy out here, but oh wow. Front tires are on it. Looks like they would roll. This is a trailer tire and rim, not a car tire. So, see, this tire is right into the fender here, so I'll loop the strap around, but I don't think this car is ever going to drive again. I know I'm making a lot of assumptions here, which I shouldn't do, but I don't think she needs this towed to where she's living because she needs the car. I think it's because she needs her belongings, and if it sits here any longer, it'll get tagged, 72 hours notice, it'll get towed away as an abandoned vehicle, and then after that, notice gets sent out to her, the owner. She has the title and all that, I checked, and she would then have to pay the impound fee plus whatever storage it accrued by the time she can pick it up, which if she doesn't have the money to pay for a couple mile tow, I'd bet she doesn't have the money to pay for the impound fee either, and then she would lose the car. And I'm not 100% sure on Oregon law questions inside the car, because I don't do impound type of stuff, but either way, I don't want that to happen, so I'm going to get it towed over there for her, and hopefully that makes some little bit of difference and some help in the situation she's in. Like I said, I'm probably making a lot of assumptions here that I know I shouldn't do, but I'm here to help. Okay, I was just getting it hooked up. I got the wheel straps on, so I have to do all the rest of it. But something I noticed while I was walking around this car. Yeah. That right there says a lot, so that right there is what we're going to do. Okay, finished hooking up, got the lights on. The lady called me to check on how it was going, and we talked for a little bit. My assumptions were not wrong. This is pretty much all she's got, and she's scraping by for everything, so we're just gonna add a little extra here for, hopefully that helps out. Okay, it's tucked away nicely in there, and away it goes. And then when she opens the door, hopefully her day really turns around. Alright, we got that car dropped off, and now we're stopped to get some lunch here. Chicken from the Chevron. And what you didn't get to see is that she tried to hand me $7 for bringing her a car. $7, a 5 and 2 ones, which I would venture to guess means that $7 was all she could pull together to try to give me. And of course I didn't take it, and I'm not posting any of this to be like a clout, look at me, I'm doing good things type of thing. I'm posting, well, this whole part of this tow to try to motivate others to help people, because it's really that simple. If you help people, you make a difference in someone's life. It might be a little one, it might be a big one, but like this case here, she was actually not even trying to move here, it turns out. She was trying to move somewhere else and got in a bad accident, as you saw by the car. And life went sideways from there, and she ended up living in that car for quite a while, and luckily was able to find a place to stay now, and just didn't know how she was ever going to get that car and all of her belongings over there. And it was nothing for me to tow that car a couple miles. To do that was not any huge deal. But to her, that turned out to be everything. The relief on her face when I pulled up with that car, and more importantly, everything she owned inside of it was worth more than I could have ever charged for any job. And that's why I'm posting this, is you don't know what a small effort on your part can mean to someone else. Because when I talked to her on the phone earlier today, she seemed like she was about the lowest of lows. And when I pulled up with her car, she was on cloud 9. And luckily, she didn't open the door while I was there. But hopefully when she does, that will just elevate that even farther. And her day completely turned around. Hopefully that just brings it up that much even more, and that momentum just keeps on going for her until she's back in a good place. Like I said, you never know what your help can do for someone else. That ripple effect could mean nothing in the long run, and it could mean everything in the long run, but you'll never know if you don't start to ripple. So I think this is just going to be the end of this video. I don't think anything else is going to top that today for me. So thank you guys for watching, because you guys watching these videos is what allows me to do what I do for other people. And without you guys, I would not be able to do this stuff. And I appreciate your support, just you watching these videos, more than you will ever know and more than I could ever thank you for. So hopefully you enjoyed this very short and odd video, a little out of the normal, but I know I did. So thank you again. Hopefully we'll see you on the next video, and go help someone. It's worth it.